When it comes to fungicide and insecticide treatments in corn, there are a couple different timings that many farmers around the country are using.
Well, when we look at that V4 to V7 window, that's a real common one because there's herbicide applications going on at that same time. You're already heading across the field. Hey, why not consider it? And there have been some nice gains, especially in that V6 and V7 window. There have been some gains in V4 and V5 as well. But with fungicides, the important thing to remember is they're only going to protect the leaf foliage that's out. And by the time you're talking V6, V7, you've got 9, maybe 10 leaves that are exposed. You've got the ear leaf there. You can actually protect that leaf that's going to be by your ear, that's going to be feeding that ear. So that's where I think we're getting good gains. Now we've got the other end of the extreme here. We've got tasseling time applications going on. Once you've got all the tassels out in a field, this is very important. You have to have all the tassels out. And you start to do some silking too. So you're just really sure that you're past that pollination or right at that pollination time or beyond. Now you can go ahead and do some fungicide at that time as well, because as I mentioned, you can only protect the leaves that are out with fungicide. When we're talking about these fungicide applications at this timing, late in the season, you just kind of have to make that guess. Hey, do I have a good crop out here? Is it going to meet or exceed my yield expectations? And do I think that I'm going to have some issues out there with disease, or is plant health worth it for me? That may be another thing too. If you've got some bugs out there, you may say, I really need to spray for bugs. I'm going to put the fungicide in too. That way I can get some plant health benefits and really push this crop that has great potential.
Well, when you have bugs, for one thing, it opens the plant up for more disease issues. So typically, if you have to spray an insecticide, a fungicide is going to pay a lot better. In our operation in a dry area of the country, it just hasn't worked. So again, we're not trying to discourage you from using a late season fungicide and insecticide application, but we just want you to make sure you know your area, and if nothing else, at least run some trials. That's how we've learned what we have on our farm. Split some fields, treat some different hybrids, do some different things in your operation and just see, hey, is this paying for me or not?
Hey, one other thing too is make sure you identify what disease is out there. If you do have a problem, check that it's not Gauss's wilt. If it's Gauss's wilt, that's a bacterial problem. Yep. You can't solve that with a fungicide. Well, unfortunately, fungicide and insecticide can't solve all our problems like controlling our weed of the week. We'll show you what will control this tough weed coming up next.